Hey guys, it's Alicia here. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out a bunch of products that I've never tried out. I don't really think any of these are really that new. One of them is kind of newer, I believe, but everything else I'm pretty sure is not really that new. So I have a lot of them are like little minis. So yeah, I thought this would be fun to do. Anything that I don't have a new mini to try out with, I'll just replace it with something else, but for the most part it's going to be a lot of these minis. So I already have my brows done. I use my LA Shady Girl Slim Brow Pencil, or LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. That is a mouthful. In the shade Brunette. And then I do have my eyes done. I use my Flower Beauty Warrior Princess mascara, and then I just got done recording my video for the ColourPop Orangey Glad eyeshadow palette. So if you want to see my thoughts and how I did this look, definitely watch that video because it should already be up before this. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. So I have already opened this. It was kind of an accident, but I have 3 primers to choose from. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish primer that I got in a little sample, and then I have the, where did it go? Oh yeah, the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot Instant Perfecting Power Primer, and then the Becca Skin Light, or Backlight Priming Filter. Can I say anything right now? Like, I guess not. So I'm going to take just a tiny bit of the Smashbox one and really focus that on my T-zone. I've never used anything from Smashbox before, so this will be a first for me. So don't know how that's gonna go, we'll find out. And then the Soap and Glory, just take a little bit of this. This one kind of feels like a hydrating slash smoothing primer. Like it kind of feels like a hybrid between a hydrating primer and then a more silicone primer like the Smashbox one. So I just figured I would go ahead and use that as well, but then I really want to glow up the face a little bit, so the Becca priming filter. Hopefully this isn't overkill using 3 primers. I don't typically use this many, but you know what, it's makeup, it's all looking fun, who cares, it'll be all good. And I will definitely keep you updated on this since this is just a first impression. I will leave in the description box how everything wore and my thoughts and opinions. So I do have a new foundation to try. The only bad thing about trying a new foundation when I'm trying a new primer is if something goes wrong, it could be the primers. So I will find that out. If the foundation ends up not looking that great today, I will totally try it with my other primers and see. And I will definitely keep you updated. So just make sure you look in the description box of this video after you get done watching it. So the foundation I'm going to be using is the Tarte Found Sealer. I have this little mini bottle that I got from my Sephora Play box a while ago. Isn't that so cute? And then Ulta also gifted me this with an order that I made. So this shade is 16S Fairlight Sand. And then in here I have different shades. I have 3 that I know for sure won't fit me, and 2 others that one of them probably won't. But this one has 13 in Fair Neutral, 27 in Light Medium Neutral, 36 in Medium Tan Neutral, 49H Tan Deep Honey, and then 58S Rich Sand. So I know a lot of those will not work for me. Maybe for like contour or something, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to try out this one first because I really hope that this shade works, since it is like a little bottle that I can get a few uses out of to really see how I feel about it. So it's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, take that on my sponge. Oh yeah, I think the shade should match pretty well. It actually might even be a tad bit light for me right now because I have a tan. That's okay, this tan isn't gonna last forever, so. I've actually been really curious to try this foundation once it came out, because it just looked like it would be really nice. So I'm really excited that I get to try it out. Need a little bit more. I am using my Beauty Bakery blending sponge. I've been obsessed with those blending sponges ever since I got those 2 cartons of their, as they call them, blending eggs. That's pretty much all I've been using. I love them so much. They're just so great. Okay, so I'm actually really shocked because so far that is looking really great. Not that I didn't think that this would work out, but my skin is just very finicky with foundations and concealers and powders. A lot, honestly. But so far, I feel like it's looking pretty good, so yay for that. And I'm not using a brush because I don't typically like the way foundations look with brushes on my skin. I just find that it works better with a sponge. Pretty much every foundation I have does, so that's why I'm doing that. So now I'm going to go in with some concealer. Hopefully this doesn't ruin everything because I'm not really the biggest fan of this concealer. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach. I just want to try to use it. Maybe try to use it up. Like, I hate wasting products. And then I'm going to layer that up with my collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer in the shade Porcelain, because this one is a little bit more hydrating and not as drying as the e.l.f. one. I feel like it just looks very dry and cakey on my skin, and that's why I'm not really the hugest fan of it. Which I know is such a shame, because lots of people love that concealer, and I really wanted to love it too. I mean, $5 for a really good concealer is amazing. But just doesn't really work for my skin very well. So, like I said, that is a shame, but it is what it is. So that blended in pretty well. I think the collab concealer honestly helped it. I think that layered up on the foundation really well though. I don't typically do this, but I really want to test out the foundation. So let's see how it looks if I kind of highlight the center of my face a little bit with some concealer. I'm just using the collab one for that because I tried using the e.l.f. one for that before. It just did not look good. It looked very dry and cakey, so I learned my lesson with that one. Like I said, I don't typically do this, but I just wanted to see how it would look. It's actually looking pretty good, I think. Wow, okay, so I have to say, so far, I'm really, really loving how this foundation is looking. That is so awesome. Although I was kind of in a way hoping I wouldn't like it so much because it is expensive. But that's okay. So I don't have a blush or highlight to do. I'm going to do those real quick because I'm using cream products. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Flower Beauty blush balm in the shade Pinched. This is like my favorite cream blush probably of all time. Which is a lot to say because I like a lot of cream blushes. But this one is just really, really great. And I am going to take my e.l.f. Jelly Highlight. I want to give it some love since I talked so highly of it in one of my most recent videos about my current favorites. So yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. And I'll show you the way that I really like to apply it, because I honestly don't remember if I've shown it in a video or not. I think I have, I just couldn't remember if I've shown it this way or not. So I put on the back of my hand, get some on my sponge, and just start to apply it to the cheeks. And oh, it just looks so beautiful. Wow, that looks so pretty. I feel like you can't even really tell just how pretty it looks because my camera sucks. Adding up some more. So I want to add obviously some on my other cheek, and I am going to add some probably on my nose, maybe my Cupid's bow where I like to put highlight, because this might be the only highlight I dip into today. We'll see, but I'm kind of thinking that might be how I go today. Just layering up a little bit more. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay, so far, layering up on that foundation really well. That's another reason why I wanted to do cream products. So, okay, now I'm going to use the Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Little sample size. I think it's really cute. So, I'm actually pretty excited to try this, because powders can be very finicky on my skin. Ooh, I like the packaging. It has like a little net in here. Oh, be very careful. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to try this. Since it's like a hydro mist, I'm hoping that means that it won't be drying on my skin like some powders can be, so that's why I've been really anxious to try this one out. I'm just gonna pat out any creases, my under eyes. I feel like that went on my under eyes really well. Okay, now I'm just gonna set the face. So far, so good. Wow. I actually did not expect to like this much of the makeup today. I don't know why. Wow, I really like the way this powder looks. It is crazy. I think it actually looks kind of better than my number 7 powder, which is insane because it's my favorite powder. Yeah, that just made everything look even more flawless, but it still kept the highlight. Like, you can still see my highlight coming through. Okay. Not bad. So far my favorites are for sure this powder and that foundation. Honestly, even if the concealer or the primers work okay, I can't really see myself purchasing full sizes of those, because like the priming filter or foundation primer, gosh, okay, so I can't talk today. Anyways, so that one I feel like is kind of basic. Like, you could probably just get any kind of illuminating primer and do the same thing. And then the other ones, like I said, I just have other primers that I really enjoy, but so far this foundation and powder are really sticking out to me, so that's awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into some bronzer. I have the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. I just dug my nail into it. So that's what it looks like. It's a little bit of a shimmery, or glowy, I guess you should say, bronzer. So I've never used Becca bronzers. Oh, well, that's not true. Technically I have the Becca, I think it's Chloe and Malika face palette. It's technically labeled as a contour in that palette. There's bronzer in it, but I use it as a bronzer. But I've never used any of like the single bronzers. So I don't know like how the formula is for it or anything. That's looking good. And what's great about this is even though it's a sample size and it's a little mini, it's probably going to last me a while because it takes me forever to go through powder products. Like it really does. So that's looking really good. By the way, I'm using my Flower Beauty contour brush, if you were curious. This is one of my favorite bronzer brushes. I also really like my Real Techniques powder brush. It's a really big fluffy brush. I use that for bronzer too. But I wanted to use this since it's a very small pot. This would fit it better. So that looks good. I like it. Not gonna complain. So the blush and highlight I feel like are still popping through pretty well, which is awesome. So really, that's pretty much all the face done except for the lips. Swiping off any foundation that I got on the lips. So I have a lot to show you slash try on because there's just some things that I haven't used on my channel that I really want to show, but I don't know what I'm actually going to wear yet. So the first one, the first two I'm going to talk about aren't sample sizes, they're just newer products to me. So one is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Aquarius. I really love this. So this is what it looks like on the lips. It's just a very nice cool toned lip color. It is a little bit, yeah, like I said, it's a little bit more on the cool tone side, so I'm not gonna wear it today with this look because I don't think would really match it very well, but I just love these Lippy Sticks formula. It's very hydrating. I think this is in like their cream, yeah, cream line. I've never tried the matte line, so I don't know how that is. Typically, I'm somebody that prefers creams, though. Okay, and now the next thing I want to show is something that I got at Target a while back. I got this from Makeup Geek. It's the Quick Step, or it's a cream satin lipstick in the shade, I'm guessing Quick Step. It looks like this. I've worn it a couple times since getting it, and I do think it is pretty nice. Again, I'm not going to wear this today with this eye look because it's very cool toned. It's my kind of shade though. I love this shade. But I just wanted to show it in a video because why not? It's a very thin and lightweight formula, which is nice. Especially for it being like a dry down lipstick. It's a cream satin though, so it doesn't dry down like a complete matte finish. But it does dry down pretty decently well, like pretty fast. Like there's a little bit of transfer, but for the most part, it's still there. So, yeah, that looks really pretty. That might actually look really pretty with the lip gloss I have topped with. So one of the products I have is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight Gloss. I'm assuming it's a gloss. In the shade Rose Gold. Oh, that's a very pigmented gloss. I was not expecting that. I'm curious to see what it looks like on this lip. Like I said, I'm going to change it, but... just pat it out. I lightened it up a little bit. I mean, it's still looks quite a bit dark, but sorry. So that's what that looks like topped with the Becca one, which I'm gonna go ahead and just take this off of my lips. So I'm gonna actually wear this, so I'm gonna put something on before so I don't have to take this off, put something else on, and put this back on. I have this ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Bito Sunny. So I've never tried the Ultra Blotted Lip. Gosh, this is very, very vibrant. I'm usually not about these kinds of shades, but I got it for free, so, you know, I'm not gonna complain. So that's something to definitely use a lip liner with, because I got a little messy with it, especially because it's so bright. So it is like a dry down formula, but it really does like look and kind of feel like a stain. I think that's nice. I can see why this kind of product would be beneficial. It's not really my favorite color. I thought it was going to be more of a fiery red based off of the packaging, but it definitely looks more like a fuchsia type color. Definitely does not go with this eye look, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off and then finally put back that Becca one. Now I'm gonna go over around my mouth with my sponge again, because I think I probably lifted some foundation doing those lip swatches, which happens. So now I'm gonna go back in with that Becca color. Okay, so initially I thought this was going to be more of like a gloss, but it's kind of more of just like a satiny lipstick. I mean, it has like the consistency of a gloss because it doesn't dry down. I don't know, it's just very interesting. If it is a gloss, then it's not as glossy as I'm used to. I think it's just more of like a wash of color. I do think it's pretty. I don't know that it tones with this look very well. I mean, I think it looks okay, but it's not my favorite lip product ever. It kind of just looks like my lips, but a little bit shinier. Has like a little bit of like, not really gold reflect to it, but like, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, so, oh wait, no, that was not all. That was almost everything. So I have this Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. So I thought, why not try it? So it has an interesting smell to it. Not really sure what that is. It kind of smells minty in a way. I don't know. And then I also have this Coola SPF 30 Makeup Setting Spray Sunscreen. So this does have sunscreen in it, which is nice. Whew, that is strong smelling. Smells like extra strong sunscreen. I love the smell of sunscreen, but this smells like chemically sunscreen. So now that everything is said and done and set, I'm just gonna look back over everything. I am gonna kind of try to press that spray into my nose a little bit. The only area on my face that I'm not like completely thrilled with is my nose, and that honestly could be because I highlighted it with concealer, because sometimes if I do that on my nose it looks kind of dry no matter what concealer I use. So that's probably just from that. So I'm not gonna, you know, dock the foundation for that. But honestly, everything else like actually looks really, really good. I'm honestly really excited for this foundation and powder. If everything wears well, I could totally see myself buying the full size of these, which I don't want to do, but it makes me want to. So out of everything I've tried today, I feel like the standouts definitely are the powder and foundation. If you want to technically know my standouts of the lip products, it would be these two, especially the Lippy Stick from ColourPop. I just love this formula so much, and the color is beautiful. And then this shade from Makeup Geek is also gorgeous. Like I said, just not really fitting with the tone of the eyeshadow today. Everything else I think was pretty good. I didn't have any problem with the primers so far. The bronzer was pretty nice. I think it applied really, really well, and I really like the tone of it, so I'm definitely gonna keep using it. Couldn't even really see it in a swatch because it's like pretty light. But yeah, I actually really do like this bronzer too. The only reason I don't see myself buying the full size of this is because I do have so many bronzers to use. I don't really know that this one is unique, but I will definitely use this little guy. So yeah, I really do like the bronzer. The foundation and the powder so far are my favorites. The sprays, I mean, it doesn't look like it did anything like spectacular to my skin. We'll see how the makeup wears and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep you guys updated in the description box. So make sure to check that out when you finish watching this video. I will make sure I put down how I feel about every product I tried today that was new. Of course, I don't really need to update you. Sorry, I'm sick. Of course, I don't really need to update you on the concealer or, you know, the blush or highlight, because like those are ones I already use all the time. But yeah, everything else I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you updated on this lip product since that's the only one I'm wearing today. Maybe I could try to wear this ultra blotted one before this video goes up, and then put a comment in the description box about this. I'm gonna try to do that. The other two, like I said, I already worn this a few times. Great formula, you do have to reapply it. This one, I've really only worn like once or twice, so I don't really remember the full on like how it wears. So I might try to do that with this one too. If I don't, I'm sorry. I will definitely get to it. So yeah, that was all for today's video though. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.